What's going on? It's Fuego here, and today I'm going to be playing some Mortar Bait using the new Evo Skeleton Barrel, and man, this evolution is very nice, very strong, and also people don't know how to counter it yet, so that's a card we always love to see. So yeah, I'm going to be using this deck here today. Like I said, very powerful deck, very excited to use it because man, I've been getting a ton of wins with it, so it has a proven track record, and I'm going to show that to you guys here today. And we're in the first match here against Elixir Golem. Quite the interesting deck from our opponent, but we're going to walk away with a fairly clean defense here and a very nice counter push. So we already have 2 cycles down on our our skeleton barrel, which means we're getting close to our Evo. Very nice. And let's talk about our opponent's deck for a minute, man. They're running the Xbow, Furnace, and the Elixir Golem. Very kind of odd combination of cards here. I'll pop my ability to kill the Night Witch and get a few love taps on tower. Night Witch actually survives, but oh, he does go in with it. Okay, honestly, I think we kind of baited him into a questionable Elixir Golem here because that Night Witch is on the verge of dying, and that's free Elixir from the Elixir Golem. So yeah, I think the Night Witch not dying actually forced our opponent into making a mistake. And look at this, guys. Evo Skeleton Barrel coming down for some opposite lane pressure. How does he stop it, man? Xe, Megaknight, it doesn't matter what you play. Look at the right lane. So much drop damage, so many skeletons, and that's almost tower down, 700 damage. I'm telling you guys, this Evo is insane. You're always able to catch your opponents off guard, especially if they overcommit. I won't go with my Evo Mortar because we know he has the Xe in hand. I'll go for it now that I can block it with a cannon cart. I might actually react to it. I'm not even going to try and predict it. I'll just play cannon cart once if he goes for the Xe. No, he goes for the Valk. Okay, I'll definitely tank for that because Evo Mortar is super strong in this deck as well. As strong as the Evo Skeleton Barrel is, Evo Mortar is not something to underestimate. And just like that, Xe's dead. We have pressure in both lanes, as always. That's what this deck does best, right? And at this point, the opponent should just give up, man. Right tower does fall. Evo Megaknight comes down from the opponent, but that's fine. And a Desperation Elixir Golem, but I don't think that's going to help too much here. Megaknight's going to die. We have the Skeleton King still alive, even though the Megaknight's knocking it back, and that's just too free, man. Dark Goblin avoids the arrows. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm telling you, this guy has some good swarm counters. Granted, he didn't play the greatest, but I mean, it just didn't matter. Xe, Megaknight, Furnace, it doesn't matter how many splash counters he has. We're able to take the second tower. Complete domination in this matchup. I'm going to try my best to hold my tower here. Let's go for our Mortar to kite, Dark Goblin as well, and then we'll go. Oh, wow, the opponent has the lightning, but he doesn't even take the tower in time. GG, well played, and that's a 2-0 victory against Elixir Golem, Xe, Megaknight. Let's go. In the next match against Hector07YT, I'm going to start off with a little trick. You play your Skeleton and then your Dark Goblin a little bit later, and look at that, man. You get easy Dark Goblins on top of tower, and they have to respawn to the Skeleton Barrel. Very nice little trick right there that I use oftentimes to get some sneaky damage. Let's go for our Skeleton King here. Oh no, I actually misplaced it. I was thinking about playing my cannon cart, so we'll eat a lick of damage from the Mighty Miner. Not a great start, but definitely a start we can come back from. So let's see what our opponent is rocking with. And honestly, it's just looking like a Mighty Miner quick cycle bait deck. So I am kind of intrigued here. So obviously in this deck, we're not running a small spell, so Barrel can be a little bit difficult to deal with, but fireballing and taking the -1 trade is honestly not a bad response. Let's get our second Skeleton Barrel cycle, and then I'll go Mortar to tank these wall breakers and force out a response. We force out the Mighty. Okay, very nice. Glad to see that card out of hand. And how many barrels has our opponent played? I want to say they've played 2, so they might be coming up on the Evo Barrel here. The way you want to play against Evo Barrel is you do not want to give your opponent a tank, man. If you let your opponent get a tank down, then Evo Barrel can get a ton of value. So I feel like we played that pretty well right there in terms of taking out the Mighty Miner. Hopefully Dark Goblin dies. He's trying to protect it a little bit, and he does. Okay, so we could see an Evo Barrel come down here, which we do. I'm going to defend the right lane a little heavier, and then hopefully Bats can take care of the Dark Goblin. You know what? That felt like a pretty good defense. We will definitely live with that. And we're stabilizing here, which is we're about to hit double, which is very nice because single is definitely the best time for this guy here. And I think I'll take a defensive Mortar, man. We're going to soak up the wall breakers, get a cycle on our Mortar towards our Evo, and kill the Princess. Like, that's pretty good value for 4 Elixir. And as you'll notice, guys, we have the Skeleton Barrel in hand. Now, Skeleton Barrel is best if your opponent's building is out of cycle. So I think I'm going to try my very, very best to force him to use his cannon and then maybe go in for a Skeleton Barrel. So let's see here. Oh, nice. We get a very beautiful snipe with our Dart Goblin here. He pressures with a barrel. We'll just gang there. And nice. Okay, we see the cannon come down. I'm going to go for my Skeleton Barrel now. Mortar to pressure. No Mighty Miner in hand. How does he stop this? I'm even going to fireball his cannon here. Skeletons get some good damage. Evo Mortar locks on tower. He is in massive trouble, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go for my cannon cart to try and maximize this. Dart Goblin dies to the Goblin Splash on tower. And Evo Mortar, man, one lock is all it takes. That is going to certainly be tower down here, man. Evo Mortar is such a strong Evo. Honestly, both the Evos in this deck are, and that is complete domination once again. I'm telling you, whenever you play this deck, your opponents make so many mistakes because you're able to apply insane pressure, and that's another 2-crown victory for the books, and I'll definitely take it. Let me know your guys' opinions and thoughts on the Evo Skelly Barrel, because personally, I think it's a pretty fun evolution, and not only that, but it's actually like pretty good too. We'll see if it holds up once people kind of learn how to counter it, but I mean, using the Evo Skelly has been some of the most fun I've had in Clash Royale recently, and that's saying something. So yeah, Evo Skelly Barrel is definitely rising quickly as one of my favorites, so I think it's pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think down below, because I am interested to hear. And looks like we're going up against LogBait once again here. Very, very nice. Opponent is running the Dagger Duchess, so we should be able to abuse that. Let's actually go for bats here just so we don't eat as much goblin damage. And, oh man, I was hoping we would get some Skelly Barrel damage, but we only get one Larry tick. I think we'll go with a Goblin Gang here. Should force out a response from our opponent. Or they might ignore it with the Dagger Duchess. No, they go in. Okay. So let's see. Are they going to barrel with this, or do they just drive out? Okay, fine by me. So we're definitely going to want to save our Fireball for these barrels. Honestly, Goblin Gang is a pretty good barrel counter as well, so we can definitely abuse that. But let's see here, man. We're still up 200 damage. Our opponent starts themselves at a disadvantage because they are running the Dagger Duchess. I'm going to go Mortar, and I'm not going to predict an Inferno, because if he plays it, that's just a -1 trade. Like, I think that's fine, honestly. Like, I could have predicted it maybe, whatever, but we'll just kind of let it go for now. I will take my Dart Goblin on the Princess. He'll get 2 Princess shots. No, only 1. And Dart Goblin takes out the Inferno. Let's talk about value on that Dart Goblin, man. So valuable. Goblin Gang comes down from the opponent and a Valk. Okay. Does he go for the barrel as well? The Wombo combo? Does not look like it. Skeleton King should be able to take out the Valk and hopefully the Spear Goblins. Maybe asking a little too much there. Skeleton King? Oh, Skeleton King was 1 pixel away from killing those Spear Goblins too. But now we're going to go in, and I think I went to Evo Mortar. I'm going to watch out in case he goes for a Log and Inferno. He's going to Inferno, right? Nice. We catch the Inferno. Okay, I'll Skeleton King as well. And that could honestly be GG's, as crazy as it is to say, man. I tell you what, Evo Mortar is not a card you want to lock on tower. LogBait doesn't run any resets either. And that's so much damage, man. Easily puts us in the damage lead. And he does come back with a pretty strong push here with the Evo Valk, but we're going to be able to defend fairly nicely here. Still keeping our damage lead, and now we're going to go for the Evo Skelly Barrel, guys. It's coming down. Let's see how he defends it. He logs too early. What does he have for the Evo Barrel? That's nothing. Inferno doesn't cut it, and that's tower down from the Evo Skelly and the Mortar as well. Beautiful stuff right there, man. I'll definitely take that. And guys, are you starting to see the synergy of this deck, man? It's coming to fruition, and I am loving it. The bait is too strong. Your opponents just don't know what to use their spells on, and that's how you get easy wins. Good game, well played to Goyaka there. But that's going to do it all for this one, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.